You swipe your card at the exact same coffee shop you frequented in college. You eat at the same restaurants and buy the same brands. You tip the same percentage and split bills exactly the same way. It has likely been a full decade since you stopped to ask yourself whether any of these routines actually still make sense. Think of a path worn into grass from walking the identical route every day. Your money habits got locked in years ago, forming a mold that set in concrete before you ever noticed it hardening. My name is Ryan, and I was 29 before I finally realized my daily spending was still running on a 22-year-old's brain. If this makes you want to audit your own financial autopilot, hit subscribe. The next video breaks down exactly why your brain fights you every time you try to save cash. Most of what you do with cash today feels like a series of active, deliberate choices. In reality, it is just the passive execution of an obsolete script. Behavioral scientists have found that most of your permanent money habits form during a highly specific window between the ages of 18 and 25. This diagram shows that exact age block, which is the time when you lock in 3 critical metrics: your spending floor, your saving defaults, and your psychological relationship with debt. Once you cross age 25, those early patterns just repeat on autopilot. Unless you force a hard reset, you are driving down a one-way highway with no exits built in. This visual highlights a concerning reality. A massive 78% of adults currently operate on the exact same spending patterns they developed at age 22. The brands you reach for, how you handle a credit card, track back to old habits built before understanding compound interest. Compound interest is the process where the value of an investment increases because the earnings on an investment, both capital gains and interest, earn interest as time passes. These choices are artifacts from a financially uneducated past, rather than active preferences that serve your current goals. This chart tracks 2 identical starting salaries fed into different bank accounts. By age 40, one climbs to $150,000, while the other flatlines at $50,000. This flat line occurs when unmonitored autopay mechanisms pull value away. You set up your bills once and then you completely forget about them. Your gym membership from 2019 still charges $49 a month, and your car insurance automatically renews at the exact same rate, even though cheaper competitors would save you hundreds. When you add up overlapping streaming services, cloud storage tiers, and premium software subscriptions you no longer use, the monthly leak expands. These small, forgotten leaks aggregate into a massive national drain, with Americans wasting an average of $4,500 every single year on autopay charges they no longer review. Modern convenience features have weaponized your past decisions to quietly drain your current wealth accumulation. Stopping this drain requires a manual override, and it takes exactly 1 weekend to complete. This flowchart represents the immediate triage mechanism. Pull your last 90 days of transaction data and force every single charge into one of 3 strict columns: keep, cancel, or reduce. Execution means making the calls to negotiate insurance rates and insurance plans, while immediately cutting the memberships that have been charging you for months without any benefit. Organizing historical financial chaos into these actionable Chernobyl history creates immediate liquid capital every single month. The average person who completes a full spending audit saves between $200 and $400 a month. This graph shows how those savings grow when invested. Taking just the low end of that range, $2,400 a year, and investing it at an 8% return for 20 years results in a final value of $119,000. You will not miss any of these canceled services, and within 30 days, you will likely struggle to even remember their names. Success in building wealth does not require more willpower or a sudden increase in earnings. It requires looking at the patterns your 22-year-old self built and asking if they still serve a purpose today. Achieving true financial control means intentionally overriding your life's automated navigation system. Update the route so it serves who you are today, rather than who you were a decade ago.